Another gorgeous night for baseball here in Southern California. The Halos starting off this homestand in grand fashion last night. Tonight they look to make it 2 in a row against the Boston Red Sox in Game 2 of this 3-game set. Last night in dramatic fashion, a win for the Angels in walk-off style. Let's take a look back at what happened just about 24 hours ago. This one's hit well out to left field. Podsednik is back. That is gone. A big fly for Mike Trout. 25th of the year, and the Angels have a 1-0 lead. One pitch. Torrey hits one out to center field. This should do it. Ellsbury's back to make the catch. Callaspo, come on home. Light that baby up as the Angels walk off on the Red Sox. 6-5 the final. So let's set up your time to bed. Combo for only $4.99 plus tax at participating stores. By Hyundai's Summer Drive sales event now through September 3rd. And by 76 Gas, we're on the driver's side. Now we welcome you back out to the Big A, game number 2 of this 3-game set between your Angels and the Boston Red Sox. And we welcome you inside our broadcast booth. Victor Rojas along with my partner Mark Gubison. Glad you could join us here for Angels baseball on Fox Sports West. And of course, as you saw in the highlights last night, a come-from-behind dramatic win for the Angels, scoring twice in that ninth inning. And the one thing that never gets old is getting a chance to talk about Mike Trout. And the at-bat that he had that set up that game-tying hit was just incredible. It was his 3rd hit of the ballgame.
When you think about it, behind the count 0-2, a good fastball by Aceves on the plate in the inside part of it, and he's able to fight it off for a base hit. 53 extra base hits, an on-base percentage over 400, and he also leads the team in walks, too. So he does it all Mazda leaders. Talk about a guy with 25 home runs, 41 stolen bases, the youngest player ever to do so, first rookie to do so. He gets on base, he creates opportunities to score, and we see by the defense, prevents runs from being scored against the club.
And as a leadoff man, he ended up going 3 for 5 last night with 2 runs batted in. He's got 74 runs batted in to boot from that leadoff spot, so continue to drive in runs, especially in crucial situations. And he's been very good as far as batting average with men in scoring position, second in the American League going into last night. Let's take a look at Bobby Valentine's lineup for the Boston Red Sox tonight. It's Pedro Ciriaco leading things off and playing third base. Jacoby Ellsbury will play center field. He'll bat second. Dustin Pedroia at second base. Cody Ross had the night off last night. He's the cleanup hitter tonight, and he will play right field. It's Ryan LaVarnway doing the catching and batting fifth. Mauro Gomez is at first base. Mike Aviles will serve as the DH. He has been the everyday shortstop for Boston this season. Jose Iglesias playing in his third game. He is at the shortstop position tonight. Scotty Pods with Sednick was the leadoff man last night. He will bat in the ninth spot tonight and play left field. Taking on C.J. Wilson, and it's like Groundhog Day. Going for win number 10.
And we've tried to explain what he needs to do. It comes down to what C.J. himself realizes how good his stuff is on the mound. Will he be successful? I believe so tonight, because he's going to trust the fastball both inside and outside with that pitch and getting a lot of quick ground ball outs.
Let's take a look at the Home Depot doing more on defense for the Angels. Behind C.J. it'll be Mark Trumbo in left field, Mike Trout in center, Torrey Hunter in right. The infield consists of Alberto Castro, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Kendrys Morales with Chris Iannetta doing the catching.
And Kendrys getting that start at first base, his 10th start. First base, 0 errors this year, and .994 fielding percentage coming into the season. So he's very good at first base, very good as far as a 3-6-3 double play. And he's getting more and more mobile at that position. Should be active with CJ on the hill as far as ground balls to the other infielders, and of course push bunts towards him at first.
Well, second straight night he gets to start at first base. Albert Pujols in the lineup serving as the DH once again. As we talk about C.J. Wilson, we have broken it down as possible, as much as possible, whether it's been you and Jose Mota, Tib Salmon, Garrett Anderson. Can he do anything differently out on the mound right now that kind of takes his mind away from the previous 11 starts going back to June 26 when he last picked up a W, in order for him to succeed tonight?
And sometimes as a pitcher, you play games out there as far as, let me see how many outs I can get with 3 pitches or less during the course of an at-bat against a hitter. Big thing when he has a fastball like he does. Trust it to be a solid pitch outside and down and get a lot of quick outs on the ground.
Well, Pedro Ciriaco and his speed leading things off. This is the lineup that Bobby Valentine runs out there against a lefty. And the first one from Wilson is a called strike. Ciriaco was in the 9th spot last night, ended up going 1 for 4. Hitting .350 with a couple of home runs, 16 runs batted in. Has 9 doubles and 2 triples. Strike on the outside corner. It is 0-2. Ciriaco playing in his 45th game with Boston this year, as he shoots this one foul. And the count remains at 0-2.
I like that approach here. 0-2 fastball, 92, about a baseball off the corner. Ciriaco did a nice job as far as fouling that off, but the approach, the aggressive approach by CJ was perfect.
Wilson, like Weaver last night, facing the Red Sox for the second straight start. Got a no decision at Fenway Park last week. That was that 14-13 game, and right from the get-go on an 0-2, you get a step off and a reset.
Go another baseball off the outside corner with that 92.
1 ball, 2 strikes. CJ at Fenway went 5 innings. Give him 7 runs, 6 earned on 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks. It's the first time all season he had not allowed a base on balls, but gave up the home run. As this one's chopped to short. 2 hopper to Eric Ibar. And there's the first out of this ball game. We'd like to welcome the men and women in uniform serving around the world, watching tonight's broadcast in 175 countries on AFN, the American Forces Network. Thanks for all you do. We hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast. So the speedy Ciriaco is off the base paths with the first out here in the ball game, and Jacoby Ellsbury steps up. Ellsbury hitting .278 on the year with a couple of home runs, 16 runs batted in. 2 for 4 last night with 2 runs scored. As he looks at a strike, Ellsbury multi-hit games in the last 6. He's swinging the bat much better. The guy that would have made this team that much better offensively, and they're a pretty good offensive unit. As he swings and misses on that one, had it not been for the extended time on the disabled list this year.
Yeah, very good catalyst as far as their offense. He does have power, but he has speed and gets on base quite a bit for the offense.
This is just his 51st game of the year. Boston playing its 131st. 0-2. Lifted in the air. Shadow left. Mark Trumbo. A little bit of a stutter step getting started, but he's there. 2 outs. Check out our Hyundai key to the game before Dustin Pedroia steps up.
Kylie Minogue today. I'm going time bomb. I'm thinking Mark Trumbo is going to have one of those games today. He's going to get the swing together. Talking to me before the game, he feels he's there. And he's facing a pitcher who has given up 10 home runs in 30 innings pitched. Look for a number of extra base hits for Mark Trumbo to be able to carry the offense tonight.
Here's Pedroia as my wheels are churning right now. And the first one is a little bit low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. How did you end up in Australia with Kylie Minogue's time bomb?
Just
seriously.
Something about I was on the radio today driving down. I just felt that was a perfect song to get Trumbo going. No, I have no rhyme or reason behind it other than the fact I saw it. I said, Mark Trumbo's song tonight.
All right.
He's going to carry it. He's certainly a guy, when he's swinging well, can carry the offense. He's due. He's ready to take off.
Mark, Kylie, and Gooby are pulling for you. 2 balls, no strikes up Pedroia with 2 outs, Noble to Young. Red Sox second baseman with an 8-game hitting streak. Hitting .282 on the year with 12 home runs and 53 runs batted in. Foul off to the right. 2 balls and 1 strike. Boston last night racking out 9 hits. The Angels with 7. Kevin Jepson ended up the winner last night. He pitched a scoreless 9th inning, top of the 9th. Give his 2nd win of the season. 2-1. 2-2.
You would think the club would have that momentum from that big comeback win, but momentum starts from your starting pitcher. That's why it's so important for CJ to get off to a good start. First 2 batters out after getting ahead of the count 0-2 has fallen back to 2-2 here against Pedroia after falling behind 2-0.
2-2 on the way. And that is just a little bit high, a full count. They wanted a peel and he did not go. That's Joe West over at first base. Ravishing Rob Drake calling the balls and strikes tonight.
Pretty close pitch too to being in the strike zone. Borderline high strike.
Payoff pitch, and that is inside. So a 2-out walk puts a man on for Cody Ross. CJ with 2 outs here will work from the stretch. Ross did not play last night, hitting .281 on the year. 19 home runs and 67 runs batted in his first season with Boston.
Extremely dangerous hitter versus left-handed pitching, though. And with a 2-out walk, bring him up here with someone on base. He's a .330 hitter against lefties this year with 11 home runs.
First one's outside, and it is 1-0. Ross went 1 for 3 against Wilson last week. Had an RBI single in the 5th inning. CJ, as we pointed out, just 5 total innings of work through 98 pitches in that outing. Pedroia with a short lead over at first base. Took something off there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Almost like it was a BP fastball. It didn't look like it was slow enough to be a straight changeup for CJ. But still, when you can change speeds with your fastball or utilize your changeup against a fastball hitter, it becomes effective.
This one fouled off the mask. 1-2. Right, not only that, it gives hitters something else to talk about amongst themselves in the dugout. Because whether you're a fan or a broadcaster or a guy in the dugout, you're sitting there going, that looks like something different that we've not seen from C.J. Wilson, whether it's the last outing or this year from scouting video.
And he's always willing to learn. If you play catch with Dan Herron or Jared Weaver, both those guys throw very effective batting practice speed fastballs. Fastball count, hitter reads fastball, but just when you can throw it 4 miles an hour slower, get him out in front, and then all of a sudden they think you have another pitch in your arsenal.
Ahead of the count, the 1-2 pitch is down low. Blocked by Iannetta. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You can do it, man.
Eighteen pitches thrown by C.J. Got the first 2 outs rather easily. A ground ball to short off the bat of Siriaco, and then Ellsbury lifted a lazy fly ball to left before Pedroia worked a walk. Through 8 pitches to get the first 2 outs. Pedroia takes off, and Ross fouls it back. Boston does not run a whole lot. They are 11th in the American League in stolen bases with 73. Pedroia has 12. He was thrown out trying to seal in the 8th inning last night. Two. Outside a full count. That means Pedroia will be off the pitch.
Always remembered Bobby Valentine's clubs always being pretty aggressive as far as stealing bases, whether it was with the Rangers or the Mets. He had some thump in the lineups. He also had some guys he was very comfortable sending, give them the green light to go when they felt they were reading the pitcher well to be able to advance into scoring position.
Pedroia takes off. The 3-2 is fouled off to the right. Wilson trying to get through the top of the first inning. As Pedroia takes off again, and Ross fouls this one off yet again at 93 miles per hour. Ryan Lavarnway is on deck. He's the catcher. No Jared Saltalamacchia tonight. Different looking lineup than we saw last night. Davila serving as the DH.
Be careful with that high elevated fastball in the inner half against Ross. You want to try, if you're going to throw a fastball, try to keep it down and away against him.
3-2, and that is inside. So back-to-back walks after retiring the first 2 batters on 8 pitches. It's 2 on, 2 outs, and here comes Lavarnway, and here comes Mike Butcher to pay a visit.
We talked about it even in the pregame show about the number of pitches thrown by CJ during the course of a game, and already at 23 here in the first. It doesn't allow you the luxury of pitching into that 7th or 8th inning, and also give you more opportunity to win games.
Mentioned the last win for CJ on June 26th. That was against Baltimore. One thing that has stood out in those 11 starts since that last win, 5 times he's allowed 6 or more runs in a ball game. With 4 of those games coming over the last 5 starts, including that Red Sox start at Fenway. Lavarnway, even though the batting average is down, you got to be careful with him. Strong enough to hit a ball out of the ballpark.
Made that double off the wall in right center last night.
Ended up 1 for 2 overall. Also had a sacrifice fly. Hitting 192. 3 doubles, 2 RBIs. Playing in his 17th game of the big leagues. This year, anyway. Pedroia standing at second and Ross at first. 2-0. .25 pitches now thrown by Wilson. 14 strikes, 11 balls. Swing and a miss. Almost a defensive swing there by LaVarn Way. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you would think as a hitter, especially with his type of power, you're going to be swinging extremely hard. You know the pitcher's going to throw you a fastball, and CJ had a fastball and it was up, but by him. He was just trying to hit the ball the other way, but you can't have that approach when you have that type of power, though.
Outfield straight around against LaVarn Way. Kendrick trying to keep Pedroia close to the bag as this one fouled off just behind the Red Sox dugout on the first base side. 2-2. Last 5 starts for CJ as far as innings pitched: 5 1/3, 5 6 2/3, 4 2/3, and 5. Angels using only Richards and Jepson for an inning each last night. And now LaVarn Way backs out with CJ and Chris shuffling through the signs. 2 outs, no score here in the first. 2 men on for Boston. 2-2 on the way. This one out toward right field, hit pretty well. Torrey giving chase toward the foul line, and he will track it down. And this inning finally comes to an end. 27 pitches thrown by Wilson. We'll head to the bottom of the first with no score. .28 pitches to finish off the top of the first inning for C.J. Wilson, but no damage done as 2 runners are left on base. Let's check out Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Halos. At 67 and 62 on the year, Mike Trout leading things off at center field. Torrey Hunter and right. Albert Pujols to DH. Kendrys Morales at first base. He's the cleanup hitter. Mark Trumbo's in left. Howie Kendrick at second. Alberto Callaspa drew the walk in the 9th inning last night and scored the winning run. Gets a start at third base. Eric Ibar is in the shortstop position. And it's Chris Iannetta batting 9th and doing the catching as they take on the 25-year-old right-hander native of Wichita Falls, Texas, by the name of Zach Stewart.
Zach Stewart, fastball 87 to 93. Throws a lot of strikes with his fastball, 60% of his pitches fastball. Good slider, curveball, and a plus changeup for him.
Making his Red Sox big league debut. He's made 11 starts for Pawtucket. He's 3-5 with a 3.94 ERA since coming over in a June trade with the White Sox as part of the Kevin Youkilis deal. The first one is a little bit low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Trout last night, as we pointed out, 3 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. Hit his 25th home run of the year. Hitting .340. So this is foul and out of play. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 74 runs batted in for Trout. 22 doubles, 6 triples.
When you look up, he also leads the team in walks. So he's patient, has power, and tremendous speed.
Breaking pitch lined into center field. Leadoff man is on board. Check out the Red Sox defensively behind Stewart tonight. Podsednik is in left field. Ellsbury is in center. Ross in right. The infield has Siriaco, Iglesias, Pedroia, Gomez from third to first, and LeVarn way behind the dish.
And Cody Ross in right field with Stewart, a fly ball type pitcher. 7 outfield assists for him this season. .994 fielding percentage, has committed 1 error out in right field this year.
That error was last week against the Angels on a bloop single off the bat of Mike Trout. It's a quick throw over there. Trout is back in there.
And Stewart has allowed 3 stolen bases in 4 attempts. Does not have a pickoff, but you can see by the footwork, pretty quick move to first base.
Torrey Hunter at the plate. He went 0 for 3 last night, but had a sacrifice fly that brought home the winning run. 62nd RBI of the year. The first one is down low. Torrey hitting .289, 12 home runs, 16 doubles and 1 triple.
These are the spots that Torrey likes. Mike Trout at first, pitcher distracted, going to get more fastballs and try to slide step.
Off speed pitch is down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Torrey liking hitting in that number 2 spot. Overall in 60 games, 329 with Trout on base, 364. But with Trout with runners in scoring position, that means that Mike's at second or third, 367. So again, pitcher distracted by that speed. See that a lot with Ricky Henderson being on base and hitters hitting behind him, so successful.
2-0, line down the left field line. That's headed toward the corner. This could bring home a run. Podsednik plays the carom cleanly. Dino's not wasting any time. Trout will come in to score, and the Angels have a 1-0 lead.
Once again, try to be quick to the plate, distracted, and Torrey taking advantage of a pitcher. His 17th double, 63rd RBI. Trout comes all the way around and scores. It's a fastball in the inner half. It's so quick through the swing for Torrey Hunter and down that left field line. Once that ball got by, there's no hesitation. Dino Ivo reading that baseball off the wall. Seeing how Podsednik was going to play it, especially when you have Albert Pujols coming up afterwards. You're not going to take a chance unless you feel confident that Trout's going to score, and he did easily.
A double by Torrey snaps an 0 for 13, and it's 399th career double for Torrey Hunter. Nobody out, a man at second base. Albert shoots one down the right field line, but slicing into the seats. 0-1 count on Pujols. Had a 2 for 4 game last night. And a 6-game hitting streak. It is 29th of the year. At the left center field that rattled off the rocks, hitting .285 overall, 87 runs batted in. Oh, 1. That's up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trout, by the way, scoring his 102nd run of the season, this being his 107th game.
And when you don't throw exceptionally hard, Stewart has a good fastball, commands the strike zone well. You have to pitch off the plate to try to make hitters uncomfortable.
1-1. This one's bounced foul. A long speed pitch, a little sinking action down and in on Pujols. 1-2.
No question, has a plus changeup. Not afraid to throw that at any point of the count.
Second start of the year for Stewart. Mentioned first for the Red Sox. He had 1 with the White Sox. This is his 19th game in the big leagues. As Torrey leads off at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Came in with a record of 1-2 in 30 innings of work, and even 6 ERA. 41 hits allowed in those 30 innings. 16 strikeouts, 4 walks. Not a strikeout pitcher by any stretch. Now with his 4th organization. 2-2 pitch. Down low. Full count.
always difficult to throw a slow curveball and then back it up with a changeup because you've allowed the hitter the time, the speed. Most times you come back or hard slider or fastball with their changeup, but when you throw those similar speeds, the hitter can time it and not chase the pitch in the dirt.
Hunter with an RBI double, taking the Angels to a 1-0 lead. Here's the 3-2, and Albert taps it foul with Kendrys on deck. Halos last night scored twice in the first inning. And then Clay Buchholz went into a different gear. They allowed a couple of runs in the 6th inning before the Angels scored those 2 in the 9th off Alfredo Aceves. Another 3-2. This one's lined into center field, a base hit. Torrey, a little bit of a late start because that ball's in the air. He's going to be waved around. The relay throw from Pedroia to the plate gets away from LaVarnway. Pujols trying to advance to second. He is in there gingerly, and the Angels have a 2-0 lead. Albert with his 88th run batted in.
Boy, Dino Evil being aggressive once again. Pretty close play would have been if the throw was on line as LaVarnway tried to catch that and apply a tag. But what a swing from Albert. Got that pitch up in the strike zone, out in front of the plate, and a rocket up the middle. Reason why I think Dino decided to take that chance because Ellsbury was playing extremely deep in center field. And that relay throw, which was a pretty strong one, might have had a chance to get Torrey, but he was able to get around LaVarnway when he was unable to catch the baseball.
And Torrey had to freeze for a moment. We pointed out last night that Pedroia shades Pujols toward the middle. And so Torrey, that little hesitation, making sure that ball got into center field. And that's why there was more of a play at the plate. And there probably would have been a normal situation. Albert gets credit for a single, moves to second on the throwing error by Pedroia. That's his 5th error of the year. 2-0 Halos, 3 consecutive hits to start this first. And Morales launches one out to right. Forget about this one. Gone! Big fly for Kendrys Morales. It is 4-0 Halos.
Kendrys jumps all over that pitch. And last night, they were able to get out of the first inning without too much damage with 2 runs. But this time, Kendrys makes sure there was more damage done than those 2 runs so far, and it allowed Albert to cruise around and score after getting to second base on his base hit. The breaking pitch has stayed inner half. They've been trying to throw a lot of breaking pitches down and in against Kendrys. This time it was up, and this time it's out.
17th home run of the year for Morales. 57th and 58th runs batted in. Still nobody out here in the first as Trumbo looks at a strike. Trumbo last night 0 for 2, did have a sac fly, picking up his 80th run batted in, hitting .279 on the year. Off speed, it's cut on and missed, and it is 0-2.
Kendrys 8 home runs in his last 25 games.
Junichi Tazawa, the right-hander, begins to loosen here in the first. 0-2. Breaking pitch, bounce foul. The count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Bobby Valentine, that for the extending time. Struggles that his starting pitchers have had this year. A 4.85 starter ERA. Another 0-2 pitch. Trumbo, did he go around? He did. And there's the first out. And that fastball up and in on him. First strikeout for Stewart. Brings up Howie Kendrick.
After getting ahead of the count, was upstairs. And there's no question, because the body had to turn to try to get out of the way as he's trying to attempt to swing across his home plate with a swing and miss.
Howie looks at a fastball low for ball 1. Kendrick, a 1 for 4 night last night, including his 23rd double, and extended his hitting streak to 14 games. Hitting .290 with 7 home runs and 48 runs batted in. Cue shot that rolls up the line. 1 ball, 1 strike.
mentioned that Stewart will give up the home run. Now 11 home runs allowed. 30 in the third innings pitch for him.
Little bounce over to third. Siriaco plays the short hop. 2 outs. So base is clear now for Alberto Callaspo. Alberto hitting .245 with 8 home runs and 36 runs batted in. Pitch hit for Chris Iannetta last night. Ended up drawing the walk as Aceves was preoccupied after hitting Eric Ibar. Callaspo drew the 4-pitch walk after Ibar stole second base. Trout brought home Ibar. Torrey brought home Alberto. 2 balls and no strikes. 4 runs in for the Angels on 4 straight hits. Single by Trout, double with an RBI by Hunter. RBI single by Pujols. 2-run home run by Kendrys. It is 3 balls and no strikes with Ibar on deck. Three and one.
Well, you can see the difference that Albert Pujols makes to this lineup. Even though he's not at 100%, he's back in the lineup. He scored runs and win a game last night. Right away tonight, gets a base hit RBI and scores another run.
This one lofted to left, but Sednick is there. And the inning will come to an end, but the Angels strike for 4 here in the first, capped off by Kendrys Morales' 17th home run of the year. 1 in the books. Halos up 4-0. Aerial coverage brought to you today by Hangar One, vodka made in California in an actual aircraft hangar. As we start this top of the second inning, the Angels up by the score of 4-0. It'll be Gomez, Aviles, and Iglesias to face C.J. Wilson. Kendrys Morales picking up his 17th home run of the year. Mauro Gomez, the first baseman, leads things off, looks at a strike. 14 games, now 15 games with the Red Sox this year. .292 average with a home run and 6 runs batted in. He was just named the International League Most Valuable Player, playing for Pawtucket as he calls time. Gomez hit .310 with 24 home runs and 74 runs batted in. Had a slugging percentage of .589 at AAA. 1 ball, 1 strike. Does not get cheated. Native of the Dominican Republic. 4 doubles with Boston this year. And it's 2-1. CJ retired the first 2 batters in the first inning on 8 pitches, then walked Pedroia and Ross before hitting Lavarnway to hit a slicing fly ball into right field. 2-1. Gomez fouls it off the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But that swing, he's got a power swing. 24 home runs last year in the minors, and in 09 he had 28. Well, he has shown, though, he will chase all speed out of the strike zone.
2-2. This one looped down the right field line, tailing out of play. This one into the seats. Count remains at 2-2. Gomez signed as a minor league free agent in the offseason. Originally signing with Texas. Played in their system between 04 and 09. Last 2 years with the Atlanta Braves. This one line to left. Leadoff single for Mauro Gomez. Puts a man on. And Mike Aviles, the DH, will step up. Aviles this season a .254 batting average, 13 home runs and 58 runs batted in. Aviles homered in that 14-13 game. His only hit of the ball game. That home run came off of Jason Isringhausen in the 6th inning. A 1. Rolled foul. 1 ball, or pardon me, no balls, 2 strikes.
And CJ's always been so good as far as getting ground ball double plays. With 2 fly ball outs in the first inning, he wants to stay down with that breaking pitch. Same thing with his fastball. See if he can get a ground ball middle infielder to get to.
Kayasum playing more towards the line with Aviles at the plate. This one's looped into left field, a base hit. On an 0-2 pitch, Gomez will round second, try to go to third. The throw is not in time. So back-to-back hits to start the 2nd inning after the Angels stake Wilson to a 4-0 lead. That'll bring up Jose Iglesias, the shortstop.
Gomez going. The accurate, strong throw from Trumbo into third base. He's going to decide to go right there. Hesitation, seeing that ball was not hit that hard. The Trumbo out in left field decides to take that chance. It's worth taking a shot right there because you feel that you have momentum going towards third. It was a lot closer, though, than Gomez anticipated.
It almost looked as if Mark maybe was just anticipating Gomez stopping at second base and not playing as if he had a chance to go to third. Good read by Gomez. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Here's Iglesias. Looks at a strike. The shortstop 0 for 4 last night, 0 for 5 in the big leagues this year with Boston. Native of Havana, Cuba. Kayasum playing in at third base, just behind the bag. Angels looking for a double play ball. 0-2. Taking off is Aviles. It's a swing and a miss. Aviles picks up a stolen base, puts himself into scoring position. 1 out now for Scott Podsednik.
12th stolen base of the year for Aviles. Got a great jump against CJ. Now the 19th stolen base that CJ has allowed this year. It's a high number for a left-handed pitcher.
No question about it.
Does have 5 pickoffs, which is a career high. Previous career high for him was 1 pickoff.
Scott Podsednik, the batter. And he'll look at a fastball away. Podsednik went 0 for 4 last night. Hitting .362 with a home run and 9 runs batted in. 5 doubles while with Boston. Gomez, a leadoff single, stands at third. Aviles followed up with a single, and now a stolen base. He's at second base. One and one. Podsednik picked up in the trade with the Philadelphia Phillies on May the 11th. Played in 25 games for AAA Pawtucket. Hit .281 there.
Pretty good contact hitter. Very difficult to strike out. As a Red Sox, he's only struck out 19 times in 116 at bats.
Lifted in the air to left. Not hit very deep. Gomez seems to be tagging. Trumbo making the catch. Firing it in. Gomez will come in to score. The sac flies. Boston gets on the board. And the Angels lead is 4-1. Podsednik picks up his 10th run batted in.
Number 77, third baseman, Pedro Siriaco.
So back to the top of the order now, Pedro Siriaco.
A high fly ball there to Trumbo, too. He's trying to get himself back in position to be able to have momentum going forward, but the baseball just kept drifting back on him, made it more difficult to have and a more accurate, strong throw to the plate.
Wilson wants Iannetta to run through the signs again. Siriaco's 0 for 1. He bounced one to Ibar in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Here's the first one. Siriaco hits one sharply to short. Backhanded by Ibar. Fires to first. They got him. Terrific play by Eric Ibar. Boston gets on the board with a run. Go ahead to the bottom of the second. 4-1 Angels.
A play that ended the inning. Eric Ibar, great play. Siriaco, who runs extremely well, hits a rocket to Ibar into the outfield grass, but plants his back foot and fires a perfect strike to limit the damage and allow the Red Sox only to score 1 run in that inning, all because of the defense right there by Eric Ibar.
Angels up 4-1 here. The second. Ibar, Iannetta, and Trout against Zach Stewart. Eric went around the breaking pitch, and it's 0-2. I mean, what you're going to see from Stewart is off-speed pitches. Shouldn't surprise you. It's not like you should be looking fastballs because that's what he lives off of, is those breaking pitches and changeups.
He's going to try to spot a fastball. That's it. He's going to try to get you swing and miss at curveballs and changeups.
Another breaking pitch in the dirt. Eric last night went 0 for 3, but hit by a pitch in that 9th inning plate appearance. Stole a base and scored a run. The catalyst to that rally for the Halos. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ibar hitting .274 with 7 home runs and 37 runs batted in. 22 doubles and 4 triples. Two on the way. This is hit well out to right field. Ross going back on it. It's going to go over his head. A one-hopper off the fence. Ibar on his way to second. It is a leadoff double for Eric, his 23rd of the season.
And an opportunity right away for the Angels to get that run back. The Red Sox scored in the top of the second. Ibar jumps all over this pitch. Did not chase that breaking pitch down and in, which was a good sign for Eric. Fastball, Barnway wanted away, ended up being in the middle of the plate, and Ibar turns on it for his 23rd double of the year.
Second straight inning in which the Angels have had their leadoff man on. Here's Iannetta. Iannetta last night 1 for 3, hitting .241, 6 home runs and 18 runs batted in. Caught the corner. 1-1.
Well, now, if you're Chris, that's what you want. Stewart to try to throw something away, whether it's a changeup or fastball, allows you to hit the ball to the right side of the infield. At the very least, you're going to advance Ibar to third.
2 balls and a strike. This is Stewart's second career start in this ballpark. Last year for the White Sox, on August 24th, gave up 7 runs, all earned on 7 hits in his 6 innings. This one's popped up. Not going to advance Ibar. Pedroia is out there. 1 out. Unproductive at bat for Chris. Back to the top of the order now, and Mike Trout coming up. Trout 1 for 1. A little breaking ball that he singled into center field in the first inning. Eventually came around to score the first run. Looks at a strike. Mentioned in the open how good he is done with men in scoring position. A .375 batting average with men in scoring position this year. Adrian Gonzalez at .398. While with Boston. Ibar with the leadoff double, still at second. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Look at the stuff that Stewart has. He doesn't necessarily have that one pitch to be able to get Trout out. We've seen Trout have a tough time with a fastball, a firm fastball, 93, 94 on the outside corner. Stewart's 87, 88 with his fastball. It's going to be difficult for him to get Trout out tonight.
Check swing. Just missing below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Joe West says he did not go. Mentioned this is the 4th organization for Stewart. He was a 3rd-round pick by Cincinnati in 08. Went to Toronto on the Edwin Encarnacion deal. Was traded to the White Sox in the Edwin Jackson deal. And then picked up by Boston in the Kevin Youkilis deal. This one out toward right center field. Cody Ross is there. He'll make the catch. Ibar will tag, try to go to third base. Ross with a good arm, and Ibar is just in there ahead of the tag.
We're talking about Ross with 7 outfield assists. Trying to getting around the baseball to have some momentum going towards the throw to third base. Too close.
Here's Torrey. Doubled home run and scored in the first inning, so he's 1 for 1. This one back up the middle. The Angels lead is 5-1. Hunter with his second RBI of the ball game.
They're right back through the middle. Breaking pitch. Didn't try to pull it. Early in the year, Torrey tried to pull that baseball, but in this spot in the order, it allows him to be more of an up the middle to gap type hitter, and has been much more successful for Torrey.
Here's Albert. He had an RBI single up the middle himself in the first inning. He's check in on Torrey at first. Oh, and 1. RBI for Albert in the first inning is 88th of the year. Now with a 7-game hitting streak. Off speed pitch down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2. And you get those type of swings right there on a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, because you get guys looking for that off-speed pitch.
Yeah, I think as a hitter right now, you look off speed against Stewart. You can adjust to his fastball. He spots it well. Not a ton of movement on the fastball either. A real good changeup he has. So you have to look off speed and adjust to his fastball. Most times you don't do that. You look fastball, but in this case, you look off speed.
Breaking pitch fouled back. So the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 6 hits already for the Angels tonight. 4 in the first, 2 so far here in the second. And he got him swinging. The inning comes to an end. Second strikeout for Stewart. The Angels pick up a run on Hunter's second RBI of the night. Through 2, the Angels lead is 5-1. Groups of 25 or more can enjoy Angels baseball all summer long, especially in the month of September as you get into past Labor Day, as the Angels are home for most of September. You can do that for as low as $8 per seat. To book your group outing today, call 888-796-HALO or just log on at angels.com/groups. A good home schedule for the Angels in the month of September. Just 3 games, weekend series in Kansas City, about midway through the month. And the last 3 of September are in Texas. That's that last road trip of the year. 3 in Texas and 3 in Seattle, which of course rolls into October. Here's Ellsbury. Lead things off against C.J. Wilson with the Angels up 5-1. It'll be Ellsbury, Pedroia, and Ross here in the third.
It's good to see the offense respond and get that run back now up to C.J. to put a shutdown inning this inning against the Red Sox.
Ellsbury hits one well down the right field line. That hook's foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ellsbury hit a fly ball to left field in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Wilson threw 28 pitches in the first inning, 16 in the second. One broken down the looper. Ibar going out there, and he'll make the catch. 1 away.
A nice read off the bat. That's a difficult play for shortstop going back. Ibar, we've seen a number of these plays over the years. One of the best middle infielders as far as going back on a pop-up into the shallow outfield.
Pedroia takes a little bit low. 1 ball, 0 strikes. He drew a walk in the first inning. Came with 2 outs. He's eventually stranded in scoring position.
Oh, yeah.
2-0. Pedroia homered off of Wilson in Fenway Park. That was in the second inning, a 3-run shot. CJ giving up 5 runs in that second inning. He bounces this one foul. 2-1. Jammed him. Fouls it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A good cut fastball from CJ. Now it's a good opportunity to sink that fastball away and force Pedroia to hit the ball to the right side of the infield.
At the time of the last win for CJ on June the 26th. That was his 9th win, and that put him at 9-4 on the year. 2.36 ERA. Since that point, winless. 0-5 record. His ERA at the start of tonight's game up to 3.83. A full count up Pedroia here with 1 out in the third. Bounce to short. Ibar to the backhand. 2 outs. We're talking about that month of September for the Angels here at the Big A. Here's the schedule. The Halos have 1 more against Boston tomorrow night here. 7:05 start. Then it's off to Seattle. And then Oakland for a 6-game road trip. Home for a little bit before playing Kansas City for 3. And that's in KC, 14th, 15th, and 16th.
A number of the games against teams you're challenging in that wild card race.
Ross pulls that foul. After that weekend series in Kansas City, Angels are home for 9. Texas White Sox and the Mariners. Swing and a miss and a 2-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ross. He drew a walk himself for the first. No official at bat for him.
That was a pretty good 0-2 pitch, breaking pitch down and in. She allowed the outer part of the plate to be open. And Iannetta put a fastball first away, which the outer part of the plate would be open because he threw a breaking pitch down and in. Then he went to a changeup because he wants to make him look out over the plate and down.
Two and two. Two on the way. And Ross takes a called strike 3, and Wilson has himself a 1-2-3 third. We'll head to the bottom of the third. The Angels on top 5-1.
For Coors Light, cold hard blast in that first at bat with Albert at second base, jumps all over a breaking pitch inner half and crushes it out to right field. A 2-run home run, 17th home run, 58th RBI for Kenius Morales, and that was a Coors Light cold hard blast brought to you by Frost Brewed. Coors Light.
Angels with a 5-1 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Have Morales, Trumbo, and Kendrick to face Zach Stewart. He's allowed 5 runs on 6 hits. Kendrick takes that one down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Morales now with 58 runs batted in, getting second consecutive start over at first base. 2-0. Two balls and a strike. Stewart with a couple of strikeouts, no walks with those 6 hits allowed.
Certainly doesn't waste a whole lot of time in between pitches. Tried to back up his fastball away with the changeup away. Certainly would not be surprised if he throws another changeup here.
Full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Off speed. A little bit off the fastball there. Full count still. Fouled straight back.
Kind of believe a straight changeup will come right now. 3-2. Got to go upstairs. A little off his fastball.
This one lines toward left center field. And that's going to get down for a hit. Ellsbury trying to cut it off. Does so, but he's on the warning track. And Morales will stroll into second with a leadoff double. They get 3 straight innings in which the Angels have gotten their leadoff man on.
Another extra base hit in the game for the Angels. Their 4th. A breaking pitch. And second time, Kendricks has jumped all over a curveball. This one just away enough to allow Kendricks to hit the ball hard to left center field for his 18th double of the year.
So Trumbull steps up 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the first. Ground ball to short. Iglesias has it. 1 out. Unable to advance. Morales over to third base. So Kendry stays there with 1 out. Now we coming up. Take a look at our key standings with the American League West and wild card. The Angels 9.5 in the back now with Texas losing to Tampa Bay. Oakland defeated Cleveland today. Baltimore lost. Tampa Bay won, and Detroit was shut out 1-0. So the Angels with an opportunity. Trying to gain some ground. A lot of teams ahead of the Halos. Still not yet in the month of September.
And just take care of your own business right now. Mike Scioscia's mantra has been that way since he's taken over the club. All about playing well as a team, winning that particular game. And that's what they have to have the mindset for quite some time. They got to win that night.
This one chopped over to third. Siriaco has it. Kendrick thought that ball was going to be fouled. Didn't run out of the batter's box immediately. And he's thrown out for the second out. Twice tonight that Kendrick has grounded out to Siriaco, so he's 0 for 2.
Chopper then read that at the last second to go down the line, and Siriaco has a power arm from third base, throws him out on high chopper down the third base line.
So 2 outs. Morales, the leadoff double, still at second base. Here's Callaspo. A lazy fly ball out to left field in his first AB. 0 for 1, takes that breaking pitch low. This one pulled down the line. That's a fair ball headed toward the corner. Morales will come in to score. Ross plays the carom cleanly. 6-1 Angels. So Callaspo picks up both Trumbo and Kendrick with his 14th double of the year.
5th extra base hit for the Angels here, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Mislocation with that pitch. Callaspo quick through the swing and tucked his hands in right down the first base line.
Here's Ibar, who doubled over the head of Cody Ross in his second inning at bat. So he's 1 for 1. 0-1.
Stewart now in 8 2/3 innings pitch here at the Big A, and his career has allowed 13 earned runs.
Caught the corner, and it's 0-2. Tapper foul, going with another off-speed pitch. Now remains at 0-2.
Now, if you're Stewart, if you have any confidence in your fastball, you're going to try to go fastball upstairs. It comes down to throwing it with conviction. If it misses at all, Ibar could crush that fastball.
Tazawa's back up and loosening for Boston. He was warming up in the first inning. Stewart at 61 pitches so far, 39 have been strikes. The 1-2. Breaking pitch, looped out to the alley in right center field. That's going to bring home another run. Ibar is going to try to go to second base. He'll easily get there. Maybe try to go to third. Nope, he'll stop there. 7-1 Angels, back-to-back doubles with 2 outs here in the third.
Third double of the inning, second double of the game for Eric Ibar. Giving now 24 on the year, 38 RBI. Able to track an off-speed pitch once again, just not quick enough on the break on the curveball. Ayaspa comes around and scores another run for the Angels here. 7 runs scored in the first 3 innings.
Iannetta popped out to Pedroia in the second, so he's 0 for 1. It's a breaking pitch outside. Big lead for Ibar at second. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 so far here in the third for the Angels. Two and 1. This might be the last batter that Stewart faces with Mike Trout on deck. Tazawa is ready to go in the bullpen. Iannetta fouls it back, 2-2. He's been effective. A couple of times he's thrown that pitch. It's been effective for it, but he's gone away from it. He's only just done it a couple of times.
He's very hesitant at going back to back, and it's not a bad time to throw another fastball inside, because you got to believe if you're Iannetta, you're looking away something off speed.
2-2. Upstairs, full count. Here's the 3-2. Iannetta hits one out toward left center field. Ball's hit well. Podsednik is back. Gone! A big fly for Chris Iannetta. 9-1 Halos.
Well, that baseball got out in a hurry for Iannetta. 7th home run, 20th RBI. 2nd home run allowed by Stewart in the game. Well, this fastball right to the heart of the plate. Time to go fastball in was after that pitch before.
Here's Trout. 2 outs, nobody on, and Mike looks at a strike. Trout 1 for 2 with a single and a fly ball to right. Kind of surprising to see Stewart still out there. And it's 0-2. Ten hits tonight for the Angels through 2 2/3.
7 extra base hits of the 10.
Way outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trout with a single and a run scored to the first and a fly ball to right in the second. Home run by Iannetta, his 7th of the year, now with 19 runs batted in. 26 pitches so far for Stewart this inning. Breaking pitch pulled over to third. Siriaco has it. Fires across, and they do get him by his step As the inning comes to an end, the Angels tack on 4 more runs. 3 doubles. The capper, Chris Iannetta's a 2-run shot. We're through 3. The Angels lead it 9-1. Up 9-1 as we start this 4th inning. C.J. Wilson will face Lavarnway, Gomez, and Aviles for the Red Sox. Zach Stewart, a very long 3 innings for him. He allowed 9 runs on 10 hits. He's given up 2 home runs, a 2-run shot to Kendrys Morales in the first, a 2-run shot to Chris Iannetta in the third. The first one's in for a strike. Lavarnway hit a fly ball to right field that ended the first inning, so 3-0 for 1. Back-to-back start for him in this series behind the plate. This one's popped up. First base side, Morales. Into foul territory. Now back into fair territory. 1 out. Check out our AT&T trivia question for tonight. Dustin Pedroia in 2007 became the 5th Red Sox player to win the American League Rookie of the Year honors. Who are the others?
Is Nomar one of those?
Possibly. First one's in for a strike on Mauro Gomez. Gomez had a leadoff single and a run scored in the second, so he's 1 for 1. Swinging through that one, it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Gomez. 3rd strikeout of the night for C.J. Wilson. That's the 2nd out here, the 4th.
Real good off-speed pitch from C.J. Curveball down and in. I'm liking the pace that Chris Iannetta is dictating behind there with C.J. tonight, especially in this inning. A big lead. Going down that sign and getting your pitcher working as quick as possible.
This one sharply hit, and Ibar can't get it. Diving to his left, and Aviles is on board with his 2nd hit tonight.
Not easy to get anything by Ibar tonight. This ball was hit so hard by Aviles, it gets by him. Just past the diving Eric Ibar.
First one's a little bit high to Jose Iglesias, a strikeout victim himself in the second. Wilson's had 1, 2, 3. Now is in the third. Falls behind here, 2 balls and no strikes. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. And now 3 hits allowed. Two and one. Iglesias at AAA this year, 266 average, with a home run and 23 runs batted in. 12 stolen bases, I should say, for Pawtucket. He's 22 years of age. Aviles takes off. This one's foul off the right. 2-2. Aviles had a stolen base in the second inning.
Made a big jump that time, big jump this time around. But for CJ, the concentration has to be on the hitter. Going to hold the ball just to try to keep Aviles as close as possible. But your reality is, with this lead here, the batter is your focus.
Bouncer to short. Ibar comes charging in here. First, the inning comes to an end. Well, to the bottom of the fourth inning, it's 9-1 Angels.
From AT&T Uverse. Visit AT&T.com/free your TV. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax. Start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on.
Antelope's up by the score of 9-1 as we start this bottom of the fourth inning. I want to remind you that the Angels would like to honor our youngest fans on September the 9th when the Angels take on the Tigers. It's a 12:35 start. All kids in attendance will have a chance to win great prizes like Dana Wharf fishing passes, San Diego Zoo passes, Disneyland passes, and more. To purchase your tickets, visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on at angels.com. New pitcher on for Boston as Junichi Tazawa takes over for Zach Stewart. Zawa will be facing 2, 3, and 4 here in the 4th inning. Hunter, Pujols, San Morales.
Tazawa, very good fastball, 91 to 96, slider, curveball, and very good swing and miss split finger fastball. Around the strike zone, there's 3 walks, 25 strikeouts in 28 innings pitched so far.
Zach Stewart tonight, 3 innings, 9 runs all earned on 10 hits, including 2 home runs, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. The first one is in for a strike. Hunter tonight 2 for 2, a double, a single, 2 runs batted in. Zawa got into a game twice in that series at Fenway Park. Scoreless baseball for him. This one fouled off. It was 0-2. Scoreless 2 2/3 in Wednesday's game. A scoreless inning to third. In that Thursday crazy game, a 14-13 win by the Halos.
These are the times where he'll throw his split finger fastball when he's ahead of the count 0-2 here. Your approach against that pitch, you have to hit the ball up the middle, not try to pull that split finger fastball.
Torrey takes a called strike 3, and there's the first out. First time of the ball game, the Angels have had their leadoff man retired. That'll bring up Albert Pujols. We'll go back to our 18 trivia question. The joy of the 5th Red Sox to win the American League Rookie of the Year back in 07. Who are the others?
Carlton Fisk in there, Fred Lynn. Boy, Fred Lynn won the MVP. He had a tremendous year. That was a great World Series for the Red Sox. Although did not win, Cincinnati got him.
Albert takes down low for ball 1. Big red machine.
Always remember that Carlton Fisk home run. Waving it back, making sure it stayed fair down that line at the Green Monster.
Albert 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zawa certainly a much different pitcher than that of Stewart. A little bit 90s fastball, as Gilby pointed out. 3rd stint with Boston this year. Good numbers at AAA Pawtucket, 3 and 2. The 255 earned run average. Two balls and a strike. One fewer arm in the bullpen for Bobby Valentine. This Clayton Mortensen was optioned out to make room for Stewart in his start today. Red Sox are scheduled to have Josh Bard join their team tomorrow. John Lester's getting to start for the Red Sox. 2-1 to Albert on the way. This a little cue shot right back to the mound.
Another split finger fastball. He got Torrey out. Call 3rd strike, that one down, and get a ground ball back at him. But Bard gives him flexibility out of the bullpen. It looks like he's going to work out of the bullpen the rest of the year for the Red Sox. Very effective in that role the year before. And then moved him in the starting rotation and didn't throw enough strikes.
So 2 outs. Base is clear for Kendrys Morales. A couple of extra base hits for him tonight. 2-run home run in the 1st, a double with a run scored in the 3rd. The off-speed pitch is low. Home run for Kendrys, the 17th of the year. The double is 18th. One ball, 1 strike. Angels with 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the third. All 4 of those runs in the second inning, or pardon me, the third inning, coming with 2 outs. Morales led off with a double that Trumbo grounded out. So did Kendra. 2 doubles and a home run led to 4 runs after that. Zawa pulls a string, and it's 1-2.
And that split finger fastball very effective because he can run the fastball itself in the mid-90s. So you track that as a hitter because you see a fastball coming because it's firm 87, 88, and then the bottom drops out.
Swing and a miss. Tazawa has himself a 1-2-3 inning. 4 complete, and the Angels up 9-1. Angels baseball is brought to you by the Memphis Barbecue Burger with pulled pork on a cheeseburger, new at Carl's Jr. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T Rethink Possible. And by Dodge. We start this 5th inning with the Angels leading it by the score of 9-1. C.J. Wilson will be facing 9-1-2 for Boston. Podsednik, Siriaco, and Ellsbury. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits allowed for Wilson. Thrown a total of 71 pitches. Angels retired in order for the first time in the game. That was Zawa in the bottom of the 4th. The first one's in for a strike. Podsednik had a sacrifice fly into second inning. 10th RBI as a member of the Red Sox. No official at bat for him. It's jammed here. Fights it off foul. It's 0-2.
Well, CJ very aggressive in the strike zone so far. Into that first inning when he walked 2 with 2 outs. Throwing 73 pitches, 50 strikes for CJ.
Check swing. Wilson, I think, wants an appeal over at third base. He's not going to get it. Chopper over the mound. It's going to be a tough play for Ivar. Not going to get him an infield base hit. Just using his speed.
He's trying to put the ball in play. First at bat, get a sac fly, RBI. This time he's trying to basically almost play catch with the baseball bat and just put it in play and utilize his speed.
Second time tonight that the Red Sox have had their leadoff man reach. Here's Pedro Siriaco, the third baseman.
I said like 8 for 18 against the Angels this year. Coming into this game, a .309 career hitter against the Angels.
0-1 count on Siriaco. Yeah, Pacetic hasn't done it in grand fashion, just making contact using all fields.
Well, when he's healthy, he's a pretty productive player. Leg issues have slowed him down over the years.
Sharply hit. Kayaspo knocks it down. Can't pick it up, though. Siriaco will reach.
This baseball was hit extremely hard. Tough hop gets him in the heel, the glove. Kayaspo tried to gather himself. At that point, the baseball had some spin on it. Siriaco safe at first with a base hit.
So back-to-back infield singles for Boston. Here's Ellsbury. 0 for 2 tonight with a fly ball left and a line out to short. A soft liner that Ibar went back on. Second time tonight in which the Red Sox have had their first 2 men reach via the single. They did it also in the second, leading to their one and only run. This one grounded to short. It's going to be tough to turn 2. They get one at second. Really not going to need time. Ellsbury with good speed, especially from the left-handed batter's box. Reaches on the fielder's choice, but there's one out.
And Siriaco hard takeout of Howie at second base on that slow roller to Ibar. Quick on the transfer. A hard slide. And Ellsbury with quick speed, no way you're going to turn a double play and a ball hit that slow.
Taking off is Ellsbury. The throw down to second is not a time. It goes into the runner. That means Pacetic will score, and it's 9-2. That's one of those that if you're Chris Iannetta, why even bother throwing? Ellsbury had a huge jump from first.
Yeah, he was going all the way. There was no slowdown from Ellsbury. Had the momentum going. First movement from CJ. And there's no chance to be able to throw him out.
This one sharply hit into right field. That's a base hit. Ellsbury's going to be waved around. Here comes the throw from Torrey Hunter. It is up the line. The sweep tag is not in time. They can't get the contact. And it's an RBI single for Pedroia, 9-3 now. That throw is on the plate. Ellsbury is dead to rights. Pedroia picks up his first hit. His 54th RBI.
Charged that very well. Playing for his 10th outfield assist and just missed the tag. Iannetta going down the line. But because his momentum was taking him towards the third base side of that line, it goes up just away from the home plate area, and Ellsbury's trying to avoid the tag and just does so. It scores a third run.
So one out, a man at first base. And you bet already with the 2 stolen bases that the Red Sox have picked up tonight that Pedroia will be taking off at some point with Cody Ross at the plate. He's walked and has struck out.
CJ, focus in.
2-0.
One thing you want to avoid now after CJ is gifting runners. You don't want to walk anybody. You want to force to hit their way on. A couple infield hits in this inning. That's what he's all about, is getting ground ball outs. Got to stay with that game plan.
TJ helped out there by Ross chasing that pitch. It's 2-1. Boston has scored twice here in the 5th inning. Iannetta was charged with an error, allowing Podsednik to score from third. Two one on the way. 3 balls at a strike. And Lavarnway on deck. Ross hits one out to left. Trumbo has to come in on it. He'll make the catch. 2 outs. Pedroia will head back to first. Hey, slide into the driver's seat of a brand new Chevy or win tickets to an upcoming Angels game for you and 3 friends. For official rules and your chance to win, visit angels.com/Chevy. 2 outs and a man at first. 9-3 Halos here in the 5th. Ryan Lavarnway at the batter. Foul off to the right. It's 0-1. Lavarnway tonight 0 for 2. Fly ball to right. And a pop up to Kendrys Morales.
Still good life in the fastball for CJ. 86th pitch thrown. That one at 92 with late movement. Lavarnway late on that pitch.
Oh, 2 count. Wilson at 87 pitches now. Trying to finish off this 5th inning. Breaking pitch just missed. 1-2.
That's a pretty good curveball from CJ. It's the bottom part of the strike zone.
Wilson's thrown 18 pitches so far here in the 5th. 2 runs in for Boston. Pedroia over at first. Lavarnway fouls it back. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 4 left on for the Red Sox. 9 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on for the Angels. Another 1-2. Breaking pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
At times he kind of guides his breaking pitch. He's got a good one. CJ trying to force that pitch through. He's got a good sharp break to his curveball and slider. Same thing with his cut fastball.
Pedroia takes off. LaVarway takes a called strike 3, and the inning comes to an end. Boston strikes for 2. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. The Angels' lead is now 9-3. Zach Stewart have themselves a 9-3 lead as we start the bottom of the 5th inning. We walk inside the broadcast booth. Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubza. Glad you could join us here. And so far so good offensively for the Angels. C.J. Wilson has gotten through the requisite 5 innings. Certainly it's been a little bit of a chore for him. He's had 2 innings in which he's struggled with command a little bit, including that last inning in which they scored twice.
Yeah, his stuff has certainly been there. It seemed like he's guiding his curveball through at times, but 7 extra base hits for the offense has allowed CJ to have a lot of room to be able to work on some pitches to get in that strike zone to get some ground ball outs.
Well, Junichi Tazawa came on last inning for Boston and retired the side in order. He'll face Trumbo, Kendrick, and Callaspo here in the 5th. First one is down and away. Trumbo tonight 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground ball to short. Trumbo and Kendrick, the lone Angels without hits tonight. Everyone else has picked up at least 1.
Morales 2 extra base hits, including the home run. Eric Ibar with 2 doubles. Some good balance throughout this entire lineup.
Foul off the right. There's 2 balls and 1 strike. Stewart, the starter, went 3 innings tonight, giving up 9 runs on 10 hits. 3 balls and a strike. This is the 11th time that Tazawa's gone more than 1 inning this year. Limited action for him in the big leagues. He's gone 3 or more innings 3 times for Bobby Valentine. For that tonight, I would imagine. 3-1 pitch. Fouled back. He was on that fastball. Full count.
He got a good fastball to drive and fouled it straight back.
Howie Kendrick on deck. Alberto Callaspo. He's just trying to get those 2 runs back that Boston put on the board at the top of the inning. Now the 3-2. And he walked him. Leadoff man is on. First walk issued by the steward or Tazawa. Howie twice is grounded out over to Pedro Siriaco, his third baseman. So he's 0 for 2. Oh, and 1. Tazawa just challenging him with the fastball.
Come on, Howie!
1 ball, 1 strike. Tazawa now 26 years of age, native of Yokohama, Japan. His 3rd season in the Red Sox system. Got into 6 big league games in 09. 3 last year. Trumbo takes off and the hit and run works as Trumbo will round second. He'll head to third. Here comes the throw from Cody Ross. It's cut off and Howie just gets back to the bag at first. Tazawa left the pitch elevated. Kendrick punished it into right field. Trumbo taking off, ends up at third base.
And the hitting streak continues for Howie. He stayed back on that baseball very well. It's in the right field for base hit. Now 15-game hit streak for Howie Kendrick.
Halos tonight 6 for 10 with men in scoring position. They've got Callaspo up, who doubled home a run and scored in the 3rd. Double for Alberto in the 3rd inning, his 14th of the year. The RBI, his 37th. Boston playing their infield back, looking for the double play ball. Alberto pulls it over to the right side. Pedroia feeds Iglesias for him. What a quick turn by the Red Sox shortstop. They get the double play, and it's 10-3 as that run comes across.
Well, they played that as well as you could possibly play a ground ball. A ground ball like that one forces the second baseman to go to his glove side, and then a strong throw to Iglesias. He quick turn himself. That's how he slides in there to take him out. 4-6-3 double play for the Red Sox. A hard takeout from Howie did not prevent that double play from happening.
Seriously quick hands for Iglesias. No RBI. The Angels get 1 run. 2 outs now. Bases clear for Eric Ibar. 0-1. Eric tonight, 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles and an RBI, and he's also scored twice. This one hit into the glove of Dustin Pedroia, and the inning comes to an end. The Angels get a run as we play 5. Halos lead it now 10-3.
Inning. Now it's time for the Coors Light freeze can. Kendrys Morales back in the first inning. You're talking about keeping your balance on a slow breaking ball and squaring up a pitch. Crushes it out to right field for a 2-run home run. The 17th and 58th RBI of the season for Kendrys. There's a Coors Light freeze can brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Halos leads now 10-3 as we start this 6th inning. Gomez, Aviles, Iglesias against C.J. Wilson. Gomez, the first baseman, 1 for 2 with a the run scored. That came in the second inning. Struck out in the 4th. There's that big swing from Gomez, chasing the pitch up and out of the strike zone. Two and one.
Key for CJ, not overthrown, staying within his mechanics. More consistent when he's down in the strike zone as compared to going upstairs with his fastball.
Line to left, and Trumbull will play it on a hops, and leadoff man is on for the second straight inning. Aerial coverage brought to you today by Hangar One. Vodka made in California in an actual aircraft. We'll bring up Aviles, who twice singled against CJ, 2 for 2. 1 stolen base as well. Oh, 1 count on Aviles. Angels have action in their bullpen. We'll check out who is out there now. Here's our GoPro bullpen cam right on cue. Jordan Walden. Boston has action as well. On the right of your screen, that's the big, tall Andrew Miller, the left-hander. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that was pitch number 100 for CJ.
Two. This one's out to right. Torrey's coming on. He'll make the catch. There's the first out here in the 6th. Gomez remains at first. This one on the ground, backhanded by Callasco, fires a second for 1. The relay is not in time. Nice effort. Iglesias with pretty good speed. Reaches on the fielder's choice.
Real nice play all around. Started by Callasco, strong throw to Howie Kendrick. It made it a lot closer than even anticipated. Ball right down the line. Perfect throw. Quick transfer for Howie, but Iglesias too quick going down the line. Good speed. Prevents an inning double play.
Scott Podsednik, the batter now, 2 outs. He'll look at a strike. This one's line to left. Second hit of the ball game. He's 2 for 2. Also had a sac fly back in the second. The lineup spins around back to the top with Siriaco coming up.
Nine for 19 this year, Podsednik.
8th hit allowed by Wilson. Siriaco's 1 for 3, had an infield base hit in the 5th inning. Oh, 1. Iglesias with good speed over at second base, but Podsednik with very good speed at first. Boston with a run in the second, 2 in the 5th. AJ trying to get the last shot here in the 6th inning. Halos in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll have 9, 1 and 2 coming up. Iannetta, Trout, and Hunter. It looks like Andrew Miller coming on. Chizawa's gone 2 innings. Two and 1, and now Wilson wants to talk things over with Iannetta. One thing you will get through C.J. Wilson's start is plenty of meetings between himself and his starting catcher.
The bottom line, as a pitcher, you want to have the least amount of those conversations as possible because you want to keep your fielders on their toes. That's why you get together before the game, go over the game plan with their catcher. That way you can have that quick pace and allows your players behind you to make those outstanding plays during the course of a game.
2-1 pitch. Siriaco hits one sharply over to Howie. He's got it. And the run comes to an end. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left job. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. The Angels lead is 10-3.
Take a look at our Nissan game reset as the Angels lead this game 10-3 versus the Red Sox. The Angels with 4 runs in the first and the third innings, helped out by 4 doubles and 2 home runs. Speaking of home runs, Kendrys Morales, Chris Iannetta, each with a 2-run home run. 7 extra bases total of the 11 hits by the Angels tonight. They lead this one 10-3 in the bottom of the 6th.
New pitcher on the mound for the Boston Red Sox. Left-hander Andrew Miller takes over. C.J. Wilson going through the dugout, congratulating his mates after 6 innings. But here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Iannetta, Trout, and Hunter will be facing Andrew Miller. Miller takes over after 2 innings on Tazawa. He gave up a run on a hit, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Former #1 pick, 6th overall by the Tigers. North Carolina. This one lifted down the right field line, slicing away into the seats.
Still has a power fastball, 93 to 97. Hard slider also, an occasional changeup.
One ball, 1 strike. A couple of former Tar Heels cross paths. With Miller being an 06 draft pick, and ended up being there in 2004.
Pretty solid program over the years. I was thinking of them as a basketball program. They've had some solid players in the major leagues.
Three-one pitch. This one's fouled off to the right. Trout's on deck. 3-2, line of the alley in right center field. That will get down. Ellsbury cuts it off on the warning track. That'll hold Iannetta to a single. So the leadoff man is on board for the Angels, and here comes Trout.
Because Ellsbury plays a fairly deep center field, he was able to cut that one off and prevent Iannetta from getting another extra base hit. He'll come into this game at .359 batting average over his last 11 games. 2 for 3 tonight for Iannetta.
A 1 count on Trout. Trout had a single with a run scored to the first. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike and it's 0-2. Four runs in the first for the Angels, 1 in the second, 4 in the third, 1 in the fifth. That's a called strike 3. First out here in the 6th.
Well located 96-mile-an-hour fastball for Miller.
Mentioned Miller being a first-round pick of the Tigers back in 2006. Got traded to the Florida Marlins the following season. Torrey looks at a breaking pitch for a strike. He was part of the. He was the key part of the package went down to the Florida Marlins from the Tigers, along with Cameron Maben, a couple of other guys in the Dontrell Willis, Miguel Cabrera trade. This one's lined toward the corner. Ross giving chase. It is slicing, and that is a fair ball. It bounds into the seats. And Torrey will end up at second with a double as Iannetta ends up at third. Third hit of the night for Torrey.
The second double of the night. Boy, good swing, good approach on that hard fastball from Torrey, and just on that chalk and in to the stands.
And that's his 400th career double for Torrey Hunter. They're going to walk Pujols, and they'll spin Kendrys Morales around to hit from the right side. Fourteenth intentional walk that Albert has picked up this season. 1 for 3 night, had an RBI single and a run scored in the first inning. There's ball 4. So Kendrys will come up with the bases loaded and 1 out. Morales tonight, 2 for 3, 2-run home run, a double, and a strikeout. Off from the left side as Miller got that pitch in off the plate. And it is 0-1.
Slow down in Texas. He had that 2 home run in the same inning, 1 from the left side, 1 from the right side. When he's hot, doesn't matter which part of the plate he's swinging from. Great RBI situation for Kendrys right here.
Go with 2. Morales, a .213 hitter from the right side of the plate this year. 13 for 61. See Alfredo Sevas warming up. Sevas last night ended up going an inning and a third. Pardon me, inning and 2/3. Now Miller. LeVar Way going to talk things over here with an 0-2 count. Angels with the bases loaded this year as a team, a .307 average, 2 grand slams. Callaspo in Seattle off Felix Hernandez. Kendrys down in Texas from the right side of the plate, an opposite field shot. Trumbo on deck. Oh, June, he got him. 2 outs. Stayed away from him. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Miller. Bases still loaded. Here comes Trumbo.
Still at times has an unhittable fastball, Miller. Especially when you can get a hitter to swing in a fastball upstairs. Hard to catch up to the fastball when it's that firm at 96, 97.
Trumbo's 0 for 2, walked and scored in the 5th. This one yanked foul, and that was a missile into the seats beyond the Angels' dugout. Looks like they just got called down to meet Bob Barker or something. They come running down the aisle.
They're the new contestants on The Price is Right.
0-1 count. Tied him up with a fastball at 96. It's 0-2. Inetta standing at third. Hunter at second. Pujols at first. One ball, 2 strikes, and again another meeting between Miller and LeVar Way. Miller this year, a 3-1 record, a .378 ERA. He's limited opponents to a .197 batting average against. He's allowed 2 hits here in the 6th. Single eye out of the double by Hunter. One, 2. Trumbo hits one out to the left center field. It's playable for Puxedo. Left fielder will make the catch. The Angels will leave them loaded. 6 in the books. Halos up 10-3. At the top of the 7th inning, college football comes to Fox each week. Eddie George, Joey Harrington, and Aaron Andrews will get you ready for kickoff. And Matt Barkley, #1 USC, will take on Hawaii. Premiere of college football Saturday this week, 4 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox. Jordan Walden takes over here in the 7th inning. He'll be facing 2, 3, and 4 in Ellsbury, Pedroia, and Ross.
Good opportunity for Jordan to work on command of his pitches. 39 strikeouts and 30 2/3 innings pitched so far this year for Walden. Get ahead of the count. Try not to overthrow on that slider he has. It's a very good one when he doesn't try to muscle up on the pitch.
Jordan last pitched on Saturday, went 2/3 of an inning, no runs, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Takes over for C.J. Wilson, who tonight went 6 innings, allowed 3 runs on 8 hits, struck out 4 and walked 2.
Good builder for CJ. At times, fought command. The bottom line, an opportunity to get a win. 6 innings. There's 3 earned runs allowed for CJ.
Ellsbury tonight is 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice, however, in the 5th. Stole a base and scored a run. 1 ball, no strikes. Wilson tonight threw 108 pitches, 72 were for strikes. One on one. Walden had 2 limited outings against the Red Sox at Fenway last week. That pitch misses. It's 2 balls and a strike. At Tuesday's 5-3 Angels win at Fenway, he went 1/3 of an inning, gave up a run on 2 hits, walked a man. And then in the Thursday game, went 2/3 of an inning, allowed a run on 2 hits. In the air to left. Trumbo now comes in a couple of steps. 1 out. That'll bring up Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia with a walk, a ground down, an RBI single. Want to know?
One thing with Jordan, it's very difficult at times to repeat his pitches because of that push off the pitching rubber or a little bit of a hop as he delivers the baseball. And he has good command. He's very good as far as hitting that outside part of the plate. Good view here how he just pushes off the pitching rubber, and that slight hop allows it be more difficult to stay consistently down in the strike zone. Now a great opportunity for him to throw his slider here against Pedroia.
Here's the 1-2. Overthrown slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This lack of trust with that pitch for Jordan. If he ever gets a good feel for that pitch again, he could be dominant with his slider. You have to trust it. You don't overthrow that pitch at all.
Cody Ross on deck. 1 out here in the 7th. 3-2 to Pedroia. This one's popped up on the infield. Ivar and Kendrick. Howie makes a catch for the 2nd out. This copyrighted telecast presented by Authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. 2 outs, nobody on for Cody Ross. Ross with a walk, a strikeout, a fly ball to left. Boston with 8 hits tonight. They've stranded 7. The Angels with 13 hits. They've left 4, and that includes the bases loaded. Last innings. This one's lined to center. Is it going to hang up for Trout? And it will. A 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Walden. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. The Angels still on top. Angels baseball is brought to you by El Pollo Loco. Crazy you can taste. And by Southern California Toyota. Check out the full line of fuel-efficient vehicles at your Southern California Toyota dealer. Halos up by the score of 10-3 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A couple of changes for the Boston Red Sox. You see Alfredo Aceves is back in there after an inning and 2/3 last night. He's got a new third baseman as Mauro Gomez moves across the diamond over to third base, and that moves Siriaco over to second. No Dustin Pedroia. He's out of the lineup now, and taking over at first base, the former Dodger, James Loney. So Loney goes in the spot vacated by Pedroia. Aceves pitching in his 60th game, a 2-9 record, a 4.76 ERA. As we pointed out, he was a guy that had an incredible 8th inning last night. Very easy 1-2-3 8th inning, retiring Morales, Trumbo, and Kendrick. Got the first out in Meiser Steers on a fly ball in the 9th, and then the floodgates kind of opened up after the breaking pitch hit the toe of Eric Ibar.
Well, and then all of a sudden the negative thoughts come back into a pitcher's mind. When you make a mistake like that, and you thought he didn't hit him with that curveball on the toe, and indeed he did.
There's also new center fielders Ryan Kalish is out there for Jacoby Ellsbury. Everyone else in the lineup that started this game. Howie Kendrick shoots a missile back up the box to lead off this 7th inning, his second hit of the ball game. As we go back and take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, coming in this game, thought Mark Trumbo would be able to have some good approaches against Stewart. Had some good swings, not a lot of production, but the reality is, talking about the home runs that Stewart has allowed, 10 coming in the game. The Angels provided 2 of them against them, scoring 4 runs in the first and 4 runs in the third. The power was there against Stewart, and expanding that lead as the Angels lead this one 10-3 in the 7th.
Kayaspo 1 for 3 tonight, an RBI double and a run scored in the 3rd. Fastball's in tight. 60th game pitched by Aceves this year. He has 25 saves, 58 strikeouts, and 64 in the 3rd innings. Loney playing behind Kendrick with a 7-run lead here in the 7th. Howie's not going anywhere. 2 balls and no strikes. Jason Isringhausen warming for the Angels in the pen. He'll be coming on in the 8th. 3 balls and no strikes. And he misses the breaking pitch. Okay, Oscar worked the walk last night on 4 pitches.
Interesting 3-0 curveball.
Works a 4-pitch walk here. With nobody out in the 7th. Eric Ibar will come up. Ibar tonight, 2 for 3. Couple of doubles, an RBI, 2 runs scored. Breaking pitches in there. Net on deck. They're backing out. You surprised to see Estevez back out there?
Extremely surprised. I mean, it was a tough one for him again, coming back from a couple rough outings against the Angels in Fenway Park. Threw the ball, like you mentioned, very well in the 8th, but then the 9th fell apart. And he's a guy that's 25 saves. He's not necessarily your closer, but because of the injury to Andrew Bailey, he's been forced into that role for a while this season, but still, he's been your closer. He's got 25 saves, and put in this spot, it's very, very difficult for him.
Ibar pops it up. Infield fly roll is called. Yana's recorded. 1 away. Hey, subscribe to MLB.tv today to take advantage of new low pricing and see every remaining Angels out-of-market games live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Angels.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. So 1 out, 2 on. Here's Iannetta. 2 for 3 game tonight. Pop up a 2-run home run and a single. And that average up there. It's a 250 now. He's got Kendrick standing at second and Callaspo at first. Long look in for Estevez. And now he backs out. Mentioned earlier in the game that John Lester will be getting a start for Boston tomorrow. It's been a rough year for Lester. 8-10 with a .498 ERA. Zach Greinke will be going for the Angels. 1-1.
Thing is with Lester, though, with his cut fastball, if he gets on a roll and trusts his normal four-seam fastball, he's a very difficult pitcher to make consistent contact against.
One ball, 2 strikes. Kendrick taking a pretty big lead over at second base. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. 2 outs. And then it just got a piece of that when Lavarnway held on to it. For strikeout 4-7. It's 2 outs, 2 on, and here comes Trout. Every other game in baseball in the books tonight. The American League, Yankees lost to the Blue Jays. White Sox beat Baltimore 8-1. Oakland defeated Cleveland, so the A's continue to roll. Tampa Bay beat Texas. Kansas City shut out Detroit 1-0. Breaking pitch in for a strike. Minnesota shut out Seattle 10-0 at Target Field.
Well, Cleveland finally scored against Oakland, yet Oakland comes back and then scores 7 runs against them. That 8 runs, I should say, against Cleveland pitching.
Trout 1 for 4 tonight. Had a single with a run scored in the first inning. He had that single last night off of the Savas 2-strike pitch. It broke his bat. One ball, 1 strike. Two and 1. Cole Calhoun has come out to the on-deck circle, so looks like he'll be pinch hitting for Torrey Hunter. And worst case scenario, will be taking over in right field.
Torrey had a great game. 2 doubles, including his 400th career double. 3 hits total, 3 for 4.
Two-one pitch. That almost got him. 3 balls and a strike.
Runs a fastball inside on a 2-1 count. Just miss. Hitting Trout on the arm.
Three balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Kendrick standing at second. Cayaspo at first. 10-3 Angels here in the 7th. Breaking pitch. Neck crosses up. Lavarnway. It is a strike. And with a full count at 2 outs, the runners will be going.
He's looking for a fastball away. Ends up getting a curveball.
Here's a 3-2. Trout chases the pitch, and the inning comes to an end. 7 complete, and the Angels have a 10-3 lead.
Montgomery, the Angels bats from the get-go in this game, swinging with authority. Kendrys Morales with a 2-run home run in the first. Guybar double down the line. It's continued for Eric Guybar, scoring Callasco and a 2-run home run for Chris Iannetta. 2 to 4-run innings, first and the third, providing plenty of offensive help for C.J. Wilson as the Angels lead this one 10-3 in the top of the 8th.
Jason Isringhausen takes over on the mound for Jordan Walden, who had a 1-2-3-7. Isringhausen pitching in his 46th game, a 3-2 record, a 4.10 ERA. And he'll have a new right fielder. Cole Calhoun takes over in right for Torrey Hunter. Ryan Lavarnway will lead things off. He'll be followed by Mauro Gomez and Mike Aviles. Boston with 3 runs on 8 hits. Isringhausen, the second reliever used by Mike Scioscia. C.J. Wilson. C.J. went 6 innings tonight, 3 runs on 8 hits, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Started his swing, held up, 2 balls, no strikes. Lavarnway 0 for 3 tonight. Fly to right, a pop up to Morales, and he struck out looking in the 5th inning. Little loop right to shallow center field, and that will fall in for a base hit. Brings up Gomez, the first baseman.
Look at our Chevron starting pitchers for the finale of this 3-game series. John Lester, a tough lefty, 8-10 with an ERA just under 5, taking on Zach Greinke, coming off a solid game last time out. 11-game winner of the season. Lester's been throwing the ball better of late himself. 3 in a row, and is 4-0 in his last 6 starts versus the Angels. So it's a great pitching matchup tomorrow night.
Gomez 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, a run scored on a strikeout. One and one. First action for Isringhausen in this series, and first action for him since the Red Sox series, when 1/3 of an inning in Thursday's games. That one catches the inside corner. It's 1-2. This one bounced foul. Ground ball toward the middle, and that's a base hit. So back-to-back hits allowed by Isringhausen. Red Sox have their first 2 on here to start the 8th.
Flare in the outfield, and a ground ball is through the middle. 10th hit for the Red Sox in the game.
1 ball, no strikes on Mike Aviles, who's 2 for 3. 2 singles. Fly ball to right, and the Angels starting to get some action going in the bullpen. Kevin Jepson's up. Last thing you want is to have this thing kind of snowball on you. Become a game over the last 2 outs, or the last 2 innings, I should say, of this game. 1-1.
That's exactly right. You don't want to go through your bullpen. You have a tough game, tough matchup tomorrow night. John Lester versus Zach Greinke. You want to keep your bullpen as fresh as possible.
One and two. Speaking of bullpen fresh, you needed to, just from the standpoint, no off day for the Angels till a week from tomorrow. That's when they return home. In the dirt.
A nice job by Iannetta to get out over that pitch and keep that from getting by him. Overthrown breaking pitch into the left-hander's batter's box, but Iannetta shifted his body very well and stopped that potential wild pitch.
Two in the air to left. Trumbo has to come in on it. 1 out. Just got him out in front enough. He got it off the end of the bat. LaBarnway stays at second. Gomez at first. And here comes Iglesias. Iglesias 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout, a ground out, and a fielder's choice. 1-0. Count even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Iglesias turned a heck of a double play back in the 5th inning. Just a quick turn at second base. I think we've heard about him. The good glove that he has, good hands.
Tremendous fielder. The talk is if he can hit it all, he's going to be up to major league level for a long time and have a great career. This has to be consistent, putting the ball in play. We've seen in these first couple games, he's got a long swing, tries to drive the ball. And the Red Sox will probably try to get him to shorten up his swing enough where he can utilize his speed.
Isringhausen head of the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the 8th. 10-3 Angels. Ricky pitch, got him looking. Down goes Iglesias, 2 down. That locked him up pretty good.
Well, he still has a great 12-6 break on the curveball. Isringhausen has been known to have one of the best curveballs in the game. He's enough to be able to have 300 career saves.
Podsednik looks at a strike. Sac fly for him in the 2nd inning. 2 singles since. He's also scored a run. That was on the error by Chris Iannetta. 0-2. Bouncer back up the middle. Ibar's got it. Flips over to second base, and they force out Gomez to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the eighth. The Angels still leading this one. Third and one in the fifth. Total there 10. Boston had one in the second, two in the fifth. Boston with 10 hits, the Angels with 14. And here in the eighth inning, Cole Calhoun will lead things off as he came on as a defensive replacement for Torrey Hunter. In the top of the inning, Bobby Wilson has come out to the on-deck circle. He'll be pinch hitting for Albert Pujols. And then Morales is the scheduled third batter. First one is upstairs. Calhoun has played in 11 games with the Angels this year. 3 for 15, has one double. Picked up his first major league hit earlier this year. It was a clean single to left field in Oakland. Looks at a strike, and it evens the count at 1-1. Calhoun his third stint with the Angels this season. This one's hit well. A towering shot out to right field. Cody Ross is going back. On the warning track, he'll make the catch. One out.
And Calhoun has a good swing. Saw him a lot in spring training. A lot of quality at bats, just missed. Home run there.
Thought he had his first major league home run. That hit that he got his first major league hit was off Jared Parker, a double in Oakland.
A little earlier tonight, that might have got out.
There's Bobby Wilson pitch hitting for Albert Pujols. Albert finishes the night going 1 for 3 as Bobby swings first pitch. This one on the third base shot in foul territory. Mauro Gomez makes the catch, 2 outs. So with nobody on base and 2 outs, Kendrys Morales coming up. Kendrys a 2 for 4 night. 2-run home run in the first, a double in the third inning. This is the second inning of work for Aceves. Two balls and no strikes.
When he first two at bats, 2-run home run for Kendrickson, a double. And he's in a real good hitter's count here, 2-0. Going to get a 3-hit game for him.
.30 pitch, and that's a strike, 3-1. That's a walk with 2 outs. And we'll bring up Mark Trumbo. First one's down low. Trumbo tonight is 0 for 3. A strikeout, a ground down, a walk, and a 5 on the left. He's also scored a run. Scored the lone run in the Angels' 5th inning.
Next pitch Aceves will throw will be pitch number 30. Back-to-back nights, a lot of pitches thrown from him.
Way inside. There's nobody warming up in the Red Sox pen either. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Caught the inside corner. 2-1. The win tonight, and the Angels will have their 68th win of the season. Their 35th here at home. 34-29 coming into tonight's game. As the breaking pitch is in there. 2-2. Bounced over to first base. Boy, that ball took an incredible hop, and Loney stayed with it. And the inning comes to an end. We will head to the ninth with the Angels up by the score of 10-3. Saturday. Fox Sports Networks and FX are the places to be for college football with big games all day long. Then tonight again, fourth-ranked Oklahoma takes on upset-minded UTEP on FSN. Our coverage of college football begins Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific on FSN and FX. Here in the ninth inning, Jerome Williams takes over on the mound for Jason Isringhausen, who worked a scoreless eighth after giving up back-to-back singles in that eighth inning. Isringhausen got the next three guys. Jerome will be pitching in his 26th game. He'll be facing 1, 2, and 3, Siriaco, Kalish, and Loney.
Jerome, 118 in the third innings pitched, 80 punch-outs. Power sinker down in the strike zone, cut fastball, change, slider, curve. He's on a roll, very good as far as getting a ground ball out himself.
Pedro Siriaco started the game at third base, finished it off at second base, 1 for 4 tonight. Had a single back in the fifth inning. This one pulled over to third. Backhanded stab by Alberto Callaspo. There's out number 1.
Well, Callaspo's made some outstanding plays also in this game. Ibar's been unbelievable at short. Callaspo, same thing here. Well hit down the line. Gets up, gathers himself, and throws a rocket to first base. Gets Siriaco first out of the ninth.
Not an easy play in that. Siriaco can get down that line with good speed. Perfect throw across the diamond. 1 out here to start this ninth inning. Here's Ryan Kalish, his first plate appearance. This one's bounced over to first. Morales has it. He'll feed Williams. 2 down. Well, the Angels on the verge of making it 2 in a row over the Boston Red Sox in this series and 5 in a row overall this season, sweeping them last week at Fenway Park. James Loney will step up for his first plate appearance tonight. Loney playing in his 4th game as a member of the Red Sox at .254 with the Dodgers with 4 home runs and 33 runs batted in. He's 3 for 12 so far with 3 runs batted in. He got the start last night against Jared Weaver. Ended up going 1 for 3 with an RBI single. One ball, 1 strike. Just off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Greinke and Lester tomorrow night. Wrapping up this 3-game set. Night game at 7:05 when the Angels travel to Seattle. This one looped down a right field line, and that is going to get down for a hit. Calhoun over to cut it off, and Loney will stay at first with a 2-out single. Cody Ross, the right fielder, coming up 0 for 3 with a walk.
Loney's still a good contact hitter. Solid defender. He made an unbelievable play at the end, the bottom of the 8th inning. So he has those quick hands still with the glove and good contact.
0-1. Loney advancing on the defensive indifference. One ball, one strike. One hit down the line and hit it well. This one's got a chance if it stays fair, and it goes foul. Ross just out in front of that one. A long strike, and it's 1-2.
Well, he's got that good power. 19 home runs on the year. Just goes foul in the end. It's a long strike for Jerome. An opportunity to get him out. Finish this one off for the Angels.
There's the 1-2 pitch. Lays off. It is 2-2. Two on the way. Swing and a miss. Down goes Ross. Light that baby up as the Angels take this one by the final of 10-3.
A lot of positives in this game. Kendrys Morales with a 2-run home run in the first, part of a 4-run first. Chris Iannetta with a 2-run home run in the third. Another 4-run inning for the Angels. C.J. Wilson, 6 solid innings, picks up his 10th victory of the year. And the offense rolling with 14 hits. Updated wild card standings. The Angels now 3.5 back, a little bit closer to the Tigers. Picked up a game on the Baltimore Orioles. Oakland leading that wild card race right now. 15 games over 500. Tampa Bay won today against Texas.
Well, it took him 12 tries, and he finally picked up his 10th win. The Angels striking for 4 runs in the first inning. And after a run in the second, 4 more in the third. Never looked back as Boston had 1 in the second and 2 in the third. Kendrys Morales had a 2-run home run, his 17th of the year in that first inning. Chris Iannetta chipped in with his 7th home run, a 2-run shot, and that occurred in the third. C.J. Wilson now 10-9 on the season. Zach Stewart takes a loss as he drops to 1-3. Jose Mota is going to be talking with Kendrys Morales as the Angels picked up their 68th win of the season, now 68-62. And here at the Big A 35-29 record. Let's go down to the field. Jose Mota is with Kendrys Morales.
Thank you, Victor. How important was it, Kendrys, to put some runs on the board early as you get a Rosenbach tossed at you? To put runs early up there for C.J. Wilson, considering what he needs and what he's going through, ¿qué tan importante fue poner carreras temprano para C.J. Wilson, considerando lo que le está pasando?
Bueno, que le pudimos contribuir bastante rápido adelante, ¿no? Para que él pueda trabajar un poco más fácil en los conteos y en los picheos de él, pero nada, así mismo fue. Buena suerte para él.
We're able to contribute early to give him some runs to work with, so he had a little more cushion to work with, get the counts, and that's the way it worked out with some good luck for him. The minute you made contact, did you know that ball was out? Desde que tú hiciste contacto, ¿sabías que la pelota se iba?
Sí, le conecté bastante bien, ¿no? Le saqué los brazos por dentro ahí y pude conectarle bastante bien.
I knew it, yes. I was able to keep my hands inside the baseball, able to keep my arms tight and inside the ball to drive it and get some spin to hit the home run. For you guys and how important every single game is, what is the feeling in the clubhouse knowing that that window is getting smaller, but you got to continue to play baseball? ¿Qué tan importante es, obviamente, la ventanita cerrándose, pero lo que prevalece en el clubhouse en jugar bien?
Bueno, nos hemos puesto una meta, ¿no? Que es juego a juego, ir 100% y ganar primeramente el juego de hoy y después pensamos en el juego de mañana.
Thank you. En inglés.
Thank you.
Kendrick Morales says, yes, we have pretty much set a goal for ourselves. Take it one game at a time, but remember, take care of today and then go tomorrow playing good baseball. Angels Live is next. We'll have the Kingfish, Michael Eaves from the Rocks as we come back from the Big A. Angels take the first two against Boston.